Okay, so I'm here with Luke D'Arcy, a CMO of Momentum Worldwide, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm told that you're champions of the total brand experience. I guess we need to talk about that and find out exactly what that is. So can you wade in and explain that for me?
Sure. I guess, we're all aware that everyone talks about integrated marketing, everyone talks about multi-channel. This is really about saying, look, it's not so much about the discipline, it's about brands making sure that at every single point they are connecting their consumer to a total brand experience, and that really brands need to be focusing on the fact that you're only as strong as your weakest point, and we want to make sure that every brand that we work with, and certainly when you look at some of the work that's going on here in Cannes, the best stuff is about giving consumers that total brand experience and making sure that they're engaging them in different ways and times, but in ways that are going to be entertaining and engaging them, rather than providing, wallpaper and backdrop, essentially.
Okay. So does that mean that the whole idea, they always talk about the big idea in the advertising world, is the big idea still important in that context then, to link all these different platforms together?
Yeah, I mean, certainly at Momentum we want to make sure that, large creative ideas are at the centre of everything that we do. And whilst we talk about a total brand experience, we are focused on making sure you can't get away from having to have that kind of spark of genius, at the centre of it. Yeah. I think otherwise what you're doing really is just ticking channel boxes, ticking discipline boxes, and that's not kind of great for anyone, for the consumer or for the brands. So we want to make sure. I think long live creativity, and in the heart of it here in Cannes, obviously, we want to make sure that we're keeping those ideas right at the very heart of all the solutions that we come up with.
Okay. I wanted to talk to you a bit about recruitment, in case there's any young people watching who might want to work for you. Now, you're a sort of non-traditional agency, so for me, the roles aren't necessarily as obvious as they might be in the old-fashioned sort of traditional agency structure. What kind of people are you looking for? How do you recruit people for your world?
Yeah, it was very interesting. I was at a chat recently, and a similar kind of question was posed, and the guy who was answering it said, "Look out into the audience, and many of you guys are going to be," and it was to kind of graduates and school kids and things like that. And he said, probably 45% of the jobs that are going to be coming up in the future aren't even in existence right now. We haven't badged them, we haven't designed the kind of job spec for these things, but we know damn well that within the next 5 years, it's going to be core to all of our agency offerings as well. So it's a hugely exciting time. We do look, I think, it's whether it's for Momentum or whether it's for other agencies, we have a responsibility to look outside of the normal channels, I think. And certainly when you're looking to engage a new generation of people into the agency world, I'm just, yes, there's going to be a place for traditional account handlers and traditional creative, but also in order to excite and stimulate these new people coming into the agency, you've got to shake it up. So I think we'll see a transformation in terms of everything from job titles to the roles that you have to where we're looking. And it won't always be, where we've all fished before.
Right. That's great. That's great news for everybody out there who's like studying anthropology or something and wants to work for an advertising agency or an agency like yours. Another question. I mean, you've talked about this multi-platform world, and it's very complex. How does an agency handle that kind of complexity? How do you keep track of everything that's going on, from social right through to what's going on on various different platforms online? Is there a sort of coordinating person who handles all that, or how does it work?
Yeah, there's a single person. They never sleep. They're like a robot. They just stay awake continuously. No, it is. We're very fortunate, and I think the best agencies are in assimilating a team of people who are just in touch and in tune with what's going on. I think we also, obviously, in terms of, we just touched on it, in terms of recruitment, you look for people who come from, data backgrounds, technology backgrounds, social backgrounds, and therefore they're living and breathing this stuff continuously. And it's not learned; it's intuitive, and it's the way that they are living their lives. It's not something they have to go away and study.
Right. Which is interesting you raised this always-on thing, because I've noticed even in parts of Silicon Valley, and I've read a few articles about this, there's been this anti-movement of saying, look, let's just switch off occasionally. We're over-connected. Let's get away from it and go away and, I don't know, paint watercolours or something for a while. How do you feel about that theory? Is that a threat to what you guys are doing?
I love that theory, to be honest, and I think we do embrace it wholly. I think one of the things as a responsible agency is that you need to question both yourselves and the clients sometimes about the use of technology. Is it there because it's, do you want to use it because it's just new and shiny, and everyone's kind of raving about it? Or is it adding actual value to the way that you want to talk about your brand, or the way you want to engage the consumer, the end consumer, or your retail and trade partners, or whatever it is? And I think it is good for us to all take time to switch off. There's a reason that we're sitting here one-on-one having a chat and not doing this over Skype or or using the kind of latest piece of camera kit, because personal interaction, being able to switch off and take time is important. So I think we're big believers in making sure that we're not using technology for technology's sake. It has to be value add. Otherwise, how many ads have we all seen around the place, or other campaigns where they ram a hashtag on something because it's the great thing to do? Nobody ever uses it. It's a pointless, potentially a pointless piece of, of badging. Just because the technology's there doesn't mean it's necessarily right. When it is right, perfect. But we do like to switch off now and again at Momentum, definitely.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. Okay, well, another question that I wanted to ask, because we're here at AdForum Live, and I'm told that you actually won a client thanks to AdForum. Just to give ourselves a little plug there.
Yeah, I'm happy to give AdForum a plug. It's okay. Yes, I mean, in terms of the value that the AdForum partnership has had for Momentum, yeah, certainly we won a new client this year thanks to AdForum being the door through which they found us, and it was great. They were hunting for an international agency. They found our terrific kind of agency in Brazil. Got in touch with them, got in touch with us through our New York head office as well, and that was thanks to the partnership and the listing that we have within AdForum. So,
are we allowed to name the client?
Yeah, I mean it was GoDaddy. We're doing international work with those guys now in multiple markets, and it was it was terrific. A nice way for them to find good, credible agencies as well.
Excellent. Okay, well, thanks for weighing in on that one. Okay, well, I think that's it. I think we're going to have to wrap it up, I'm afraid. It was short but sweet, but it's very interesting talking to you.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.